there folks, I'm Ruby Juice, back with another Farm Sim Network or FSN tutorial, this time on the Contract Centre. So once you've signed up and you've been whitelisted, you'll be logging into the regular website and you'll want to know how you're going to make some money. So when you first start out in the Farm Sim Network, you'll assume the role of a contractor. As a new member, you won't be allowed to start your own farm on one of the FSN's dedicated servers until you've been around for at least 30 days. Or if you really don't want to wait that long, you can make a $20 donation to reduce that waiting period to 7 days. Regardless, this means that starting out, you won't have a home base on any particular server, won't own any land, and will make all of your money by completing contracts for other players on their farms, or by taking on one of the various forms of NPC contracts. The way you'll go about doing this is through the Contract Centre on the FSN website. To get there, you'll log into the website, then head to the Interactions tab and the Contract Centre. Here you'll find all of the contracts that are currently available to take. On the left-hand side of the page are contracts that are being offered by other real-life players. On the right side are the NPC contracts. All of these can take many different forms, so it's important to click on the Details button to find out exactly what is expected of you before you accept a contract. While I definitely understand that you'll want to jump right in and accept a lucrative-looking contract before anybody else takes it, I can assure you that it pays to read things thoroughly and know what you're getting into before you jump on it. If you do see a contract you like, you're ready to go into the relevant server and get to work, and there's space in that server, you can go ahead and accept the contract. To see if there are players in the server, just go to Multiplayer, Join Game, the International server, not International 2 or 3, and search for Farm Simulator Network. So if we're going to take one of those training contracts on Midwest Horizon number 10, we see there's 2 out of 6 players on it. So we need to send a sync warning in order to jump into that server and do that contract. In case you've forgotten, to send a sync warning, you head back to the FSN homepage, pick the relevant server from the drop-down list, and click Sync Incoming. And that will send a notification in the sync warning channel on Discord so that people can watch that and know if there's going to be people syncing into the servers. I should mention that it's handy to keep the Farm Sim Network server list open in FS19 so that you can quickly check to see if there's space in the server or if there are players in it that you need to send a sync warning for. So if you see a contract you like and you're ready to jump into the server and get to work and there's space in the server, go ahead and accept the contract. Once you accept the contract, you'll see all the details here in your My Contracts tab in the Contract Centre. If there are any players in that server, you're going to want to go select that server from the drop-down menu and hit the Sync Incoming button. Then you're free to go ahead and jump into the server. Just enter the password and away you go. After you've completed the work, head back to the Contract Centre to the My Contracts tab. Choose the work that you did from the drop-down menu if applicable. Not all contracts will have this. And then mark the work as completed. And you'll be paid for the contract. If the contract is for another player, you can always message them on Discord if you have any questions about what you're supposed to do, or if you're unable to do the work for some reason, like maybe you can't find the equipment or you're out of fertilizer and don't know where to get more. There's also a bot that posts in the Contract Centre channel on the FSN Discord server every time new NPC contracts have been posted, as well as when new player contracts get posted. It'll also show when any player accepts and completes a contract, but it doesn't show when you accept and then cancel a contract. So it's a good idea if you do cancel a contract, just post a simple message in the Contract Centre channel so that people don't think you're taking 2 at once or you're taking more than you should be. And also, in order to prevent anybody from scamming the system, there is a limit to how quickly you can complete contracts. This limit ranges from 10 to 30 minutes depending on the type of the contract. There are a few very important rules about contracts and the FSN. Number 1, only take one contract at a time. This ensures that all players have fair access to the contracts. Even if there's multiple contracts on the same server or for the same farmer, still take one at a time to make sure that other players are able to do the work as well if they're available. When push comes to shove, you're not going to want other players taking all the contracts that you would like to be able to do as well. So by everybody just taking one at a time, completing it, and then moving on to the next one, it makes sure that it's fair for all players. Number 2, only accept a contract when you're ready and willing to do the work and if you know there's a free slot on the server that the contract is offered for. If you see a good contract and accept it, but you're not able to do the work, it's not fair to other players who might be able to do it in that moment. Don't worry, there will be other great contracts that come along, so you don't need to just be accepting the ones that look good even if you can't do it for a little while. Let it go, and once you're able and ready to do the work, I'm sure there will be something good waiting there for you. And number 3, if you take a contract and you end up not being able to finish the job, cancel that contract so that it can go back into the contract pool for other people to take. It's a very similar principle to number 2. If you can't get the work done, it's not fair to hold on to the contract, so let it go back in the pool. And again, if you're ready to do work a little bit later, I'm sure there will be something there that you'll be able to do and make some money. Ultimately, just be courteous when it comes to the contracts. We're all here to have fun, and nobody likes it when someone starts bending the rules. There will always be plenty of work to go around, so if you miss out on one contract, I'm sure there will be others to come along shortly. I'll focus more on the different types of contracts in future tutorials, but for now, I just wanted to give you a sense of how the Contract Center works, how to get there, and what it looks like. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.